This week's podcast is brought to you by Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy for you to get therapy without traveling to an office and at a fraction of the cost. That means when I utilize this service, I don't even have to leave Harlem. Amen. Your therapist will be able to understand whatever you're going through and help you make positive changes in your life. Sign up today and get a special $30 discount towards your first month by going to Talkspace.com/zone or use the app and enter promo code ZONE. Talkspace. Therapy for how we live today. Okay.
Today's episode of The Friend Zone is brought to you by Aptive.
Okay.
Trying new fitness classes can be so much fun, but they can also be pricey, time-consuming, and sometimes less than pleasant and older.
Okay.
Thankfully, Aptive offers on-demand audio fitness that combines the guidance of a trainer with the perfect playlist, so you can get personal training anywhere, anytime. Plus, with HealthKit integration, you can even track your progress and access all your workout data in the Health app. Needless to say, Aptive isn't just another fitness app, and you need to keep your phone charged. Go to aaptiv.com to get started and get a 30-day trial free when you sign up for a monthly subscription using the promo code FriendZone. Welcome to the Friend Zone.
Every time I'm in the zone.
My name is Dustin.
I'm Francesca, also known as HeyFranHey.
My name is Assante.
This is the Friend Zone.
Let's start the show.
I'm in the zone.
Near, far, wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are.
Yeah. Wherever you are, we gon' find you. Wherever you are, we gon' mind you. Make sure that brain ain't musty while you sang. Make sure that thing got you going insane at the friend zone. Cause I gotta say it every week, cause we on fleek. Rhyme on this beat with Celine on the sample. But it's Dustin and he's ample, cause he's doing that shit right. And he's got it going tight, cause he's singing that beatboxing. Cause he know wherever you are, that he gotta get it poppin' for them hoes, poppin' for them hoes. So he get it poppin' for that dough, poppin' for that dough. So we said
near, she said far. I said get in my car. I'm about to take your ass real far, farther than you ever been. You can even bring your friend. I don't care if you got a man, cause you ain't seeing him again. Cause he ain't nobody hit it like Dustin. I said everything you heard was true. You can look at the size of my shoe and you gon' know what it do.
you can see it
when I sight it up right next to you. Near, far, wherever you are, wherever you are.
sing it, Fran.
Yeah.
I'm glad there's not cameras in here, because she was looking like, yeah, right.
All right, that's what she looked at like, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Asante is crazy. Welcome to the Friend Zone, everybody. Your weekly look into all things mental health, mental wellness, and mental hygiene. Because who in the hell wants a musty brain?
Who in the hell wants a musty brain?
Tell you once and I tell you the same, not me. So, friend, how you doing? What's going on, boo?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
You know, we here still. Don't do it. Shut up, Asante.
You know he can't.
Okay.
Friend
do
one,
it.
don't do it. Friend two, you better not.
But you know
Asante.
what? All I'm going to say is thank you to the internet, specifically to the young man Living to Dance that makes them parodies on Instagram.
Man.
Because I watched that clip that he remade Still Here. Have you ever seen this,
They
man?
tagged me and I was like, I'm
Everybody-
not doing
but
this.
it was-
I saw,
so the shit-
the image of
Yeah, yeah.
Can I just say, the shit was already going to be funny, so I was already laughing. But the attention that he pays to, like, his like low budget detailing is like immaculate. Like it's unmatched.
He'll have the jacket.
How he randomly just decided to be the dancer for one of the scenes instead of actually being Tisha. I was like, I can't
exactly.
do that right there. And he waited to do it like towards the end of the clip. I was like, it's these details. And like when you watch the old reunion remakes that he does, how like the security is the teddy bear.
You just see that in the screen by itself. A damn rabbit sitting up there in the same color Phaedra got on.
That's right. That's right.
You know, all rabbits lie anyway. You know, the Easter Bunny been a lie. What did the bunny got to do? Never mind. I'm not even going to start because it'll be 5 more minutes. I'm trying to keep the time short. I don't want nobody talking shit.
No, you're not. You're lying. You're lying.
Like who?
No.
Sorry.
My God.
I'm sorry.
Nah, why I got to be the doggone villain?
Asante, I screwed up.
How are your weekends? How was Furious Thoughts Live?
Phaedra
Amaze
stuttered.
balls.
So sad I couldn't be there. I
Fury
know he
was
was incredible.
hilarious.
I already know
It was great. It was amazing. New York is always a pleasure, but friend, there is just nothing like you being at a show, so your absence was definitely...
Yeah, she was missed, baby.
Yes.
Aw. I know he looked so cute too. I saw his outfit.
Yes.
He looked amazing, and I'm not going to give away any of the jokes because you got to pay for that. But the joke about Barack's knees took me out the game.
my God.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my God.
It took me out the game.
he's
And
great.
I can't expound because it would literally take you there, but it's hilarious.
What cities are coming up next? I want to see if I can catch it.
Well, I'm glad that you asked. You know, AKSED. Okay, actually EED. So coming up next, we're doing London this weekend on May 27th.
Oh
so
my
London
gosh.
town, come out and hit up the board for the connect, Outside of that, June 4th is Philly, June 9th is Toronto, June 10th is DC, and June 11th is Charlotte. Our last date. So if you haven't purchased tickets, go out and get them tickets so I can see you and get crunk with you.
Are you going to Sports One while you're in Charlotte?
I don't know. I've had my fill of
What's
housewives.
Sports One?
Peter Thomas's club in Charlotte.
So random.
Of housewives places. I went to the OLG. I don't know if I've discussed that on here, but the food at the OLG, and I love Candy Burris Tucker, okay? It just was not what I needed it to be.
Before
wrong
you
with
get
it?
there, okay. How was the restaurant? Like
It was a beautiful restaurant. It was a beautiful restaurant. I've worked in many restaurants, so I don't want to say I'm really hard to please when it comes to service. I'm actually very, apologetic because I used to work those jobs. But service could have been a little better. It was real shaky. Todd, of course, was there because he wants to take pictures and things.
I think it's adorable that they have a restaurant called Old Lady Gang.
And it's a beautiful
That is
restaurant.
so
Me too.
fun.
And I
You got
want
to see the artwork.
It's
The
genius.
artwork is beautiful in there. They actually have the aunts. They have. Oh, actually, I don't remember if Candy Mama got a picture or not. But you see, Bertha, Nora, and
Joycey Joyce.
and Joyce is up there,
Joyce.
and they each have their own little
Oh, those
pictures,
are
and
their
they doing the
names?
whip and
Bertha,
stuff.
Nora.
Yes,
And Joyce,
Bertha's
yeah.
the real mean one. Nora's the sweet one, and Joyce is the
spice.
murderer.
What?
Yeah. Asante Picante woke up in a new Bugatti.
We all know what happened.
They need to do
Everyone
a
watched the
serial
season
podcast
just
live.
like I saw. Okay.
You are terrible.
I mean, I'm just saying, Todd Tucker ain't do nothing to nobody.
So I had to shout out Chicago really quickly before we move
Say
on.
Shy City.
Hey.
Oh my God, you guys, it was
How'd
so
it go?
good. This was a double duty
Did
city.
you have
So
deep
we
dish
did
pizza while you was
Saturday
out
and
there?
Sunday. Did I what?
Have deep dish pizza while he was out there?
No.
No.
But oh God, it was so good, so good, so good. So good.
That's wonderful. So good.
I was trying really hard not to do. I tried to back up.
I saw you. That's why I was like, just let it out.
Just do it.
Let it go. No, but it was amazing. And I was so thankful because at one point we asked how many of them listened to the Friend Zone, and literally everybody's hand went up, and they couldn't stop bringing you guys up on Saturday and Sunday, which I thought was so cute.
Oh my God, they was talking about us.
So I just had to say thank you to Chicago. You guys showed up and showed out. We had an amazing time. We connected. You were open, full of love and amazing energy, and one of my favorite stops. You guys totally reinforced why I'm doing this, and it made me super excited for Jamaica,
Yes.
Hey.
which is our next stop on June 11th. Is that a Sunday? I'm like, is that Sunday?
Let me fact check for you. Yep,
Right.
June 11th.
June 11th.
611.
So
I need
on
to play
Sunday,
that.
June 11th, we will be taking the tour to Kingston, Jamaica, which I am so excited about. If you have not grabbed your ticket, please do, because we don't have that many left since the date is, coming up soon. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys. SupernaturalPopup.com has all of the information. The Jamaica date is right there. It'll take you straight to the Eventbrite link, and we'll see you then.
Yes.
Yay!
Dang, you're going to be in Jamaica and I'm going to be in Charlotte.
That means my melanin is going to get brown again.
Yes, you're still a black woman now, okay? You're still writing the diaries.
Just when it was fading, I'm going back out. I'm so excited.
Diary of a natural black woman.
Can't stand it. So let's jump right in. On last week's show, we discussed boundaries.
That's right.
It was a really, really good episode.
Yes.
Someone left us a comment on Twitter and said, this episode needs a Webby Award, because they
Ooh.
loved the conversation we had everyone thinking. As always, you guys had a lot to say. What stood out to you, Asante?
I would like to holler at Danielle in the emails. I am so happy I actually set a boundary and feel good is the subject. Hello, friend Dustin and Asante. Please call me Boundary Setter.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm a huge fan and listen every week. And after listening this week, I was writing in my journal and had a lot of things that I thought I needed to set boundaries on. Then, poof, today I was tested. I have a cousin who likes to invite everyone to all of her kids' birthdays, graduates, etc., for money and gifts, I think. But she never comes to anything you invite her to. She does all inviting by group text. I've asked her not to include me on the group text, yet she always does. So today, I sent a text to her stating, I have asked you nicely not to include me on group text. You seem to disregard my request. Therefore, you will be blocked from my phone because you lack boundaries and respect. Now,
Damn.
she's blocked. I feel so great. Have a fabulous week, y'all. Boundary setter.
I love that. Have a fabulous week, y'all.
Look, y'all know how I feel about the group texting anyway.
I hate it, because
But
you
if
come
this
to
is
your
a
phone
woman-
and have like 450 texts you have to scroll back
But
through.
I hate it when it's invasive too. Like, imagine a person always inviting you to parties. That means that they probably inviting strangers too in a group text. It's like when they send the email, you get a big ass email with a bunch of
And now
emails you
everyone
don't know,
knows
and
how
now
to
everybody
contact
sees
you.
your email, and it's like, what the fuck is you doing? So,
Oh, baby.
you sparked a little something there. What is you doing, baby? So I just want to say shout out to you, Boundary Setter, aka Danielle. Have a fabulous week yourself. What did you see, Fran?
Gotta Love Mo on SoundCloud said, I really enjoyed
Gotta
this
love Mo.
conversation.
Cynthia Lovett Jr.
I'm gonna kick you. I really enjoyed this conversation on boundaries. In my last relationship, I set personal, emotional, and physical boundaries that my ex did not understand and often crossed. He felt that because he had no boundaries, I should do the same for him, which I couldn't do. It was a constant battle that became exhausting and frustrating and was ultimately a contributor to our breakup. Now that I'm dating again, I fear that my boundaries will be an issue in future relationships. And then she puts a little sad face. I don't think you should be worried about that at all.
At all.
I actually think boundaries will bring you closer to dating someone that you actually enjoy being around.
That's right.
Because there's nothing to question. Everything is clear on the table. And they have no choice but to respect it or not. And I think it just kind of allows you to weed out the snakes a little bit faster.
I was just about to say it allows you to weed out who's supposed to be there and who ain't.
Easy as that. So I think you should actually be excited that you have defined them so clearly, because that means your next relationship's probably going to be awesome. And yeah, boundaries, like one of my boundaries is that I need a lot of alone time, which I mentioned in the last episode. And some people don't understand that. They take it personal. I love relationships. I've had a couple where I would be like, yo, let's not see each other this weekend. Or if they were in the house, I'd be, Dustin, why you
Wow, what you doing this weekend? Who you got plans with?
Or if they're in the same house, I would be like, I'm going to go for a walk or go, do something by myself. And I think it's really important that you are okay with me saying that and not assuming that it means that I don't want to be around you or that you did something wrong or get like all victimized and defensive and insecure.
Yeah, because I'm ready to get into it right now.
Would you feel weird if I was like,
Hell
I'm going to
yeah,
go
we
take a
finna
walk?
get into it. You better walk with me. You better be walking together hand in hand. We going for a evening stroll. Shit. You don't need to be walking no damn where. Shit. We finna get it all the way into it. No, I'm just being a nigga. I'll be all right.
He said, all right.
On the outside. On the inside, I would have said all that shit. But on the outside, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Okay,
baby.
Outkast would have started playing, damn,
Right.
damn.
But I think, but I don't know. I think boundaries is something we all have to figure out.
Shit, where you
we
going?
taking the evening stroll.
Right.
Where we
Shit.
going, okay?
Where
And we
going?
holding hands. Shit.
Turn and you find my friends.
Think you going some goddamn where talking about you finna go for a walk. You need to be by yourself. Ain't no more by yourself. We by ourselves together.
We by ourselves right now.
Right.
God, you have me in tears right now. We by ourselves together. That's some crazy shit.
Shit.
We is one.
Now, what you want to eat? Shit.
Look, you see how them bracelets? One of them's actually a handcuff. You ain't even see it. You ain't even notice.
Shit.
So, Dustin,
Yes.
what'd
Hi,
you
friend.
what'd you find in the Twitter streets that we are apparently walking together?
So much stuff, right?
Supposed to say, what did we find in these
What
Twitter
did we
Right.
find in these?
That's what I saw while you was on your phone, which I'm going to get to that in a minute. No, I'm just playing.
Dustin got my stomach hurting. So
Okay.
we're going to get through this.
Shout out to the HBCU Roundtable who tweeted, "This is how you talk shit." And they followed it up with these quotes from a speech that Shonda Rhimes gave where she
Yes.
said, and I quote, "I am a titan. Dream job. I create television. I executive produce television. I make television, a great deal of television. 4 television programs, 70 hours of TV, 3 shows in production at a time, sometimes 4, 24 episodes of Grey's, 21 episodes of Scandal, 15 episodes of How to Get Away with Murder, 10 episodes of The Catch," which I don't watch, but she did, so okay. That's 70 hours of TV. That's $350 million for a season.
Wow.
In America, my shows are back-to-back on Thursday night. Around the world, my shows air in 256 territories, 67 languages for an audience of 30 million people. My brain is global. You know who else is doing that? Nobody.
Oh, nobody.
So shout out to Shonda
I
Rhimes.
love that she called herself a titan.
Yeah.
Yes.
That word excites me.
That is, in fact, how you talk shit. I also want to give a shout out to Austin Carrico, who tweeted a video that has kind of gone viral of Arlington High School. And it says, "Arlington High can't even get their shit together for graduation. Hashtag Arlington High School sucks." And it's followed up by about a 30-second video clip of a whole bunch of people in Arlington, Texas, I'm assuming. Nobody's black, and they are fist fighting at this graduation, tearing it up.
At a
I mean,
graduation.
Oh my
thugs,
God.
hoodlums, all that. I mean, seriously, getting bucked. Like, it looks like, imagine like a street fight on Roseanne. That's what this looks like. And I just think it's just good for visibility. You see, sometimes you don't see that. and
You
it
remember the
happens a lot.
music, the intro music from Roseanne?
Yeah. I want to give a shout
they all just
out
going
to
in the middle of the barn. They're going.
I want to give it. Oh, this is a good one. I want to give a shout out to.
She ain't gonna make it.
And she really ain't about to make it after she hears this. Wait till she hears this. I want to give a shout out to at MAHB20 MaB20 who tweeted, "Y'all get into it." BB said amen in quotes. And it's a picture of the comments under the Instagram account of King_AGU, who is obviously a fitness model on Instagram. He posted a picture in Nike Combat Pro tights, shirtless, in a dressing room that's captioned something about, "I hate trying on clothes" or something. And BB Winans commented in the picture and said amen.
Ooh.
BB said amen under this picture of this shirtless man in white Nike Combat Pro tights on Eggplant Friday. BB Wine said amen. So I just want to give a shout out to Eagle Eye, MaB20, who found that and put it on the
Eagle
Twitter.
Eye.
Yeah, because it's in bold up. You hear me?
Not Eggplant Friday.
Yeah, baby.
You know, back in the day, I once tweeted. Actually, this is XD's fault. I was playing a game with XD. And we were like making them artists that did songs, and I did BB and CeCe Winans performing "The Boy Is Mine." And that went viral.
Well, the funny thing about that is, of course, there was a slew of jokes and memes after this tweet had, been exposed. And that was one of the memes that I saw someone recreated the Boy Is Mine cover.
No.
With BB and CC back to back.
No. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
I got it. Damn, I've been. That's what I get for deleting these accounts.
So another one I want to highlight is from @Dean Haughie, DeanHaughie. Who tweeted under the hashtag make a band less popular, and he tweeted the Samuel L. Jackson 5. And it's a picture of the Jackson 5 where he photoshopped Samuel L. Jackson's face on each one of the members to make the band less popular.
What is wrong with people?
I hollered when I saw that. There's a lot more that I could bring up, but I'm not going to highlight any negativity this week like I normally do when I talk about the Trump administration.
No,
so I'm just going to keep it moving. But I got next week, I'm going in. This is not something I want to do literally, but I'm figuratively getting in their ass next week. So be prepared.
Y'all ready to jump into this week's show?
Oh, let's do it.
And out and side to side.
All right, so I have a question for y'all. That's your favorite thing to hear from me, right? What's
it gonna be?
Cause I can't pretend.
All right, so this week's question.
No, I'm just saying, I'm gonna let you go.
If I could wear your clothes. I love that part, friend. I'm sorry.
I saw you just had to.
I had to just came up.
Get it.
It was on me.
I can't.
They are on one today, y'all. It's gonna be. I wish y'all could see their faces.
Which one of y'all?
Just do it, friend.
Go ahead,
Just
friend.
go.
What is your definition of motivation? I want to know that first and foremost before we jump in.
Not being embarrassed.
Not being embarrassed?
Hell yeah.
What else?
Meaning I'm a floss and brush. You know what I'm saying? I keep my nails clean. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I don't want to be embarrassed.
And what motivates you?
To not be embarrassed?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing people that are embarrassing. They damn selves and
God.
don't even realize it. I'm like, I don't want to be at that number. I don't. So that's one thing. Now, it's a lot more because I could really... what time is everybody listening to this? Is this an After Dark podcast? Because we can get into motivation.
Motivation.
Go. Girl, I turn that thing into a rainbow.
Asante's having a concert
Brain on my
today.
head.
He refuses to answer the question.
Okay, no, so some of the things that motivate me are just like trying to get my living space right. And a lot of it has to do with me trying to figure out like my place in the world too. Because I feel like where I live is like a superficial motivation for me right now, but like really finding my place in the world is really going to determine how I want to go about business and creating and stuff like that. So that's what's motivating me, like finding myself at the moment. Trying to like really figure out how to like really line up the pieces to make things as seamless as possible as I go along.
Glad you said that. Because what I wanted
Oh my God, that's right. I meant that too.
Right? You look like The Price is Right. Like you
That's
just
what
ran down the aisle.
We was just talking about that, Dustin.
I swear to
Literally,
God,
just,
on
alignment,
everything.
friend. Look, Dustin
On
literally just
everything,
talking about
friend,
that.
I literally just told these niggas backstage that I want to go on The Price is Right.
Just to run down?
I told Asante, I said we have to come on.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I'm bidding $1. Nah, but like I told Asante we have
you'd
to
be
figure
that
out.
guy that bids $1.
I want to play
feel like they
Plinko.
always win.
Bid frugally.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, bid frugally.
I'm gonna make it. I guarantee you, I'm gonna win my thing.
We gonna make it.
It's
We
still on?
gonna
Yes,
make
Drew Carey
it.
is hosting.
I'm like, I know about
Cleveland
Yeah,
Rocks.
I told Asante though. Seriously, tonight I told him I was like,
He
Asante,
did.
we got
Then
to
that means it
figure
must
out
mean
how to
it's
get on The
happening
Price is
then.
Right.
Black
Right?
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get back into this. Look at Dustin just got excited.
I've been wanting to go.
I wanna go.
So Abraham Maslow is this was an American psychologist.
He ain't American no more.
And he was known as one of the founders of humanistic psychology. He created what is called the hierarchy of needs, suggesting that people have a number of needs, and as these needs are met, they're able to go and pursue other needs. So basically, he created, well, I won't say he created motivation, but he created a hierarchy in the form of this pyramid that you can actually view, where he explained what will motivate you to ascend the pyramid and self-actualize. Why can't I speak today? I'm struggling with my words. He was saying that you can ascend this pyramid.
I still want the message.
And self-actualize. So I wanted to break down the pyramid because I'm curious if you guys, first of all, if you agree, and kind of take a look and deconstruct your own lives, of course, those of you listening, to see if you feel that this hierarchy is truthful, if it aligns with what you're going through, and if it kind of fits what motivates you in life. So he felt there were basic, obviously, needs that start at the bottom of the pyramid, which is more like the physiological needs, like sex. I wish you could see Dustin. Breathing.
It's the same importance. Same level of importance.
Breathing, food, water, sex, sleep. You know, the basic necessities.
For once, somebody kept it.
And he felt that these were D needs, which was deficiency needs, meaning that if one or two or more of these were missing, you would struggle to self-actualize in your life. So he felt that until all of those needs were met, you wouldn't be able to ascend to the second level, which is the safety part of the pyramid, where he felt employment, family, health, property, security of like your body, those things that provide safety to people. You wouldn't be able to get to that level of sort of like actualizing all of those things if you don't meet your basic needs first. Which, if you think about it, considering how our neighborhoods are structured and us figuring out rent in New York and having shitty food, you know what I mean? It almost looks like our neighborhoods were created for us to not self-actualize with ease. That's a whole other episode. But it got me thinking about how calculated, if you're looking at this hierarchy of the things we have to ascend to be, you know, our highest selves, it's interesting that a lot of boundaries are in the way for us to even reach these different levels. And then the third one is love and belonging. So I guess it's like social. I love that you both smiled. It's like friendship, family, sexual intimacy comes up again, I see. But this one is intimacy.
On the board
Same
twice.
thing, key.
Major key.
Then the fourth level, which is the higher levels, these are the more complex needs, is respect of others, respect by others, confidence, achievement. So this is, I guess, where the workplace and your career and your craft come in, and then self-esteem. And then the highest level, which is the most complex, and meaning that you've now ascended all, like basically you've gotten your shit together, is the self-actualization, where morality, creativity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of just where you are, and, you know, being able to adapt. Why are you making that face?
That's what I want. That's what I want.
This makes me feel like I'm doing good, because that's the shit that matters to me. Like everything you just said.
Well, see, that's why I think it's exciting. Dustin just popped his collar.
It go.
So that's what I'm saying. So he felt those 5 levels basically would let you know where you are in life, what's important to you, and basically your level of emotional, spiritual maturity. So what do you guys think? First of all, do you think that pyramid is accurate?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
You think it's accurate?
Absolutely.
AF.
No.
And and the deficiency with like the lower AF, the lower it just hit me like
you see why golly.
my brain literally was like as fuck.
Because your brain didn't want to hear it. Your brain was like, no.
And so Maslow believed that these needs are similar to instincts and play a major role in motivating behavior. So he felt that basically this is what motivates you to go get it, to not go get it. He felt, the physiological, security, social, esteem. These needs are deficiency needs, which arise due to deprivation. So it's like the less you have it, the hungrier you are to ascend and break through that level to be able to go to the next one, which makes sense because a lot of the stories of like wealthy people and creatives is usually like, I come from nothing, and turn myself into something. So he felt that satisfying these lower level needs is important in order to avoid feeling unfulfilled and unpleasant feelings and setbacks in life. He felt that the highest level of the pyramid, these don't stem from a lack of something, but rather from the desire to grow as a person, which was the most complex ones up top. So I was actually, I thought it was fascinating because like Dustin was saying, how he's excited to kind of see where he is and what's important to him now. It makes you wonder where you fit in the pyramid. But I was reading a lot of people that were actually felt that the pyramid was bullshit. Of course, the internet is always going to have opposing views, though. That's not anything new. But they sort of felt like, what about the people who don't have food, or money and still live in the hood and then end up self-actualizing even while deficient, like while not having those things? And, there's always exceptions to the rule. And even Maslow, when I was reading, he was like, obviously there's always exceptions.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he felt that you had to ascend each of those levels in order to reach the top. But
I want to be on top.
But what do you think about those basic needs? Like, especially for us that are struggling right now, we have loans, school loans, taxes. There's always some kind of hurdle. Like I was saying the other day that it's kind of overwhelming how no matter how much money you make, or as Biggie was saying, more money, more problems, you just something new pops up where it's like you're still on the hamster wheel and it's hard to feel like I'm actually ascending my situation. I'll have more money, but my life is also getting bigger with that money. So it's almost like the hamster wheel is just kind of following me around. If that
is
makes sense.
interesting, though, because even back what you were saying before, like I've met entrepreneurs when we did the pop-up shop. The lady that owned the spot, her actual residence was still kind of like whatever, but she still owned the whole building. And I thought that was so interesting and so dope. So when I think about that lady doing that, it makes me think about how crazy it is for some of us to look at money as the only resource and our only source of happiness, when there are people that have money and businesses and all these things, but that's not their momentum for happiness. And so some of us look at how it affects us as people. And that's why I always say I want to look at myself as a person and figure out why my place fits in the world. Because working out in the restaurant, I left a bunch of money leaving that job. But I think because I was thinking about being at a different place in this period, unbeknownst to me, my motivations were different. I was able to break a different ceiling. Because I left that job in the holiday season. I was just saying the other day, like, it was like money for the holidays. Like, that would have been, like, lit. And then I left that job, and the money just kind of kept falling into my lap. Like, somewhere in the universe, it was like, oh, well, you ain't worried about that. That's not important to you, so we're just going to take care. You're taking care for that. It wasn't one of those things where I was deficient, so I was being, like, less than. Because I feel like when people are lacking in parts of these pyramids, they start to act kind of funny. Like, when you're hungry for food, you start to act kind of funny. When you're hungry for money, you start to act kind of funny.
Right. And then when you are coming from a place of like lack and desperation, deprivation, how can you create properly or, take on jobs or opportunities that are actually good for you as opposed to you just needing to take it because you have no other choice and, money's tight and, desperate measures. But another article I read was saying that this one man was saying how he feels that self-actualization should happen first, and that he felt that that's actually the first step, and you don't meet your needs until you have a better understanding of, who you are emotionally and spiritually. Basically, everything that we've discussed on every episode of The Friend Zone, like knowing what your boundaries are, working out your childhood issues with your parents. Like, he felt like those pyramid levels are kind of bullshit, and he was like, it doesn't amount to anything. Like, there are people who don't really have money but are good people and treat people well, and it doesn't really mean that like you have to ascend these levels in order to be like the highest potential or highest version of yourself.
I agree with that because it takes a certain amount of focus to be even in a position where you can allow those things to be your motivation to take action, right? So I do think that self-actualization comes first. Now, it's a trick bag because sometimes, people that you've met, they're terrible people, but they just always were able to stay afloat and keep things moving, and ascending per se. And you wonder, like, how are they, of all people, you know what I'm saying, doing this shit? So I do think it's kind of subjective. I also think that, because I felt like everything you mentioned in the pyramid, mine wasn't a pyramid. I had like a cookie sheet, because all that shit is just on the same level for me. You know what I mean? All those things are important to me.
I actually visualize the period flat. I don't know why, like the beanbag kind of gets thrown around from me.
Someone else said it was like Swiss cheese for them because it was like little bits that were kind of there, kind of not.
So, like, I just think that I think that part is subjective, but in general, like, the theory itself makes perfect sense to me, that you're motivated in stages. And a part of that just feels like life. For me, like, sometimes that's just how you think your way through your life. Like, okay, I know I need to work because I have to do this. So in order for me to work and get a good job, I have to do this to get that. You just think your way through the stages.
Right.
And at a certain point, it becomes less and less important that you're satisfying some of those things. And more important that you identify with the things that you mentioned that he said that were at the top of the pyramid: morality, you know what I mean, your reputation, your legacy, all that kind of shit becomes more important to you.
Right.
And so you kind of make the moves at the bottom of the pyramid to satisfy the stuff at the top. So all of them are right. Essentially, it just depends on who you're asking.
Right. I mean, I found it, we're all coughing here today.
Woo!
I found it interesting because I found that the money aspect, which sort of is on the lower rungs, has kind of come later for me, which I find interesting. I think the self-actualization, like my connections to people, how I treat people, how I want to be treated, like he was saying, respect from others, respect by others. I feel like I've met all of those first.
Yeah.
And that kind of gave me a better understanding of the life I wanted. And then I was able to kind of visualize everything with more clarity. And then that allowed me to meet my basic needs.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like I think I was struggling. So for me, I kind of think the pyramid is flipped. Where I wasn't able to have like an apartment for myself and a job that, was keeping me afloat, and I guess your basic needs being met until all those other things in the pyramid hit and we're like all like connected and in harmony and kind of like aligned and working well with each other. Even my relationships, knowing when to back off from them because what wasn't working, you know what I mean? So I almost think mine is flipped around. But like you said, obviously Maslow just came with this theory so people can have these kinds of conversations and look to see where they kind of fit and what's missing. And at the end of the day, I think the cool part is that the pyramid is also a nice way to kind of see where you're at. Like, have I met all of these parts of my like physiological, emotional, mental, and spiritual health? Like, what, not necessarily what's missing, but one thing I will say that I really liked about when I was reading
it's
about
like a syllabus.
Right. When I was reading about how, like, who he is and how he came to these studies, was that he was saying he didn't like how psychologists would focus on like depression and injury and like all the darker sides of our personalities to try to figure out who we were. He wanted to focus on what motivated us, what made us happy. So he focused on people that he considered like the 1% that were doing extremely well, to see like, how did you get there? What are the keys? What did you self-actualize?
What you got in your ninja training kit?
Right. Like he wanted to paint that picture for the rest of the world to see if you can see yourself in these people and maybe see what's missing for you. And that's how he came up with this pyramid, because I guess of everyone he studied like Einstein, people that were like brilliant and impacting the world reputable. And respected, reputable, world-renowned. Like he studied them. He didn't want to just study like what we do with the theater mask episode, which obviously is extremely important, to study all sides, the shadow part and the high potential part. But I do think it was interesting because I don't think you hear that very often. You
Right.
usually hear in psychology, like, this is why you're terrible.
Right.
Because of your mom.
If
Right.
nothing else, it's a great conversation starter, and I think it starts a conversation that can benefit a lot of people, whether you
Yeah.
agree or not. When you start examining, okay, but what motivates me to be
To want
better?
more.
Like it makes you more driven, and
Yeah.
when you exchange those kind of ideas, like it does motivate you even that in that space. So that's great, and I think that it's just something that people, it's something that you need to have.
Right.
For real.
It is.
And then he also brought up culture.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I take that back. He didn't bring up culture. The articles that were saying what was missing in his study were bringing up the fact that he didn't mention culture, because that's another important thing too.
You got to mention the Migos album. Why didn't he talk about it?
Damn, slippery.
Right.
But he forgot culture because obviously, depending on where you come from, you're going to have different desires as well.
Yes.
You're going to have different ideas of success.
Priorities.
Right, priorities, material wealth is very different
The
depending on where you
ring
come
didn't
from.
mean a thing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So people were saying, despite the popularity of the theory, they just felt like, he missed out on even things like social media and the way that we're all connected to each other. But I mean, he was doing the study like in the 40s, so there was but so much he could have caught on. But I mean, like you said, I think it's an interesting study. That's actually going to tie. Go ahead.
It just hit me because you said that he did this study in the 40s.
Yeah.
People will eat things like this up. They love this kind of stuff because they love a cheat sheet. Anything that will tell them like, well, this is how you get
The keys.
This is how you get to this part. They were on that shit back in the 40s, and we talking about it today, about to be on the next 40s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy that just stuck through all that amount of time. People still are looking for a way to get to it faster than it would take.
Mm-hmm.
And now knowing the levels, what level would you say that you're on? Are you still meeting your basic needs?
See, I told you it's like I visualized the pyramid, but flat. What's that game where you like shuffle the thing and it land on something? The number usually.
Curling, where they follow with
The
the
one,
broom.
look, the one that they play on the boat, like the Tom Joyner cruise.
shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard. So imagine, sometimes I just shuffle that thing across and the land. It's like, you got food today, and I'm like, yes, I've met this. Now I can just worry about what I'm gonna do with this podcast tonight. But then other days it's like, all right, you got some money in the bank. It's like, yes, now I can focus on making my dreams come true. And other days it's like, all right, you ain't meeting these today. So
Do you find safety? Because I noticed he had safety before love and belonging, like community. Do you find that like having resources and employment and your health, is it more important to you than friendship and family and sexual intimacy and relationships?
is safety important? More important than all of
'cause
those
he
things?
He put them. He put it as though your employment will help you ascend to the next step, which is friendship, family.
I think I jumped off that safety net when I quit that damn job. Because right now the checks are just coming whenever. So it's like, it's still kind of some murky waters in there. Like nothing extreme, luckily. I guess so. I do have the safety where it's like, like I'll be good on some front, but I don't meet that in, not even just financially, like in a lot of other areas or arenas. It's like safety still living in New York City.
I feel like
It's an abusive relationship. Like, that's why I'm trying to really wrap my head around safety. They be shooting like a couple blocks over and shit. Like, I don't know. I don't think safety. I
That
meet
safety
that part.
is more about security, though. It's more about like having those
Feeling
bases
stable.
covered, right? And
Yeah.
stability.
I don't have all of that just because my brain gets too frantic and in a frenzy when it comes to certain things. Like even like in New York City, I hate to feel like I'm carrying the weight of everything every time I'm walking around, but the shit that happened in Times Square was like, that could happen to any of my friends. So it's like my mind, I try to think about my daily needs being met and where I fit in the world. But I also think about like when I'm on the train, how I can't give money out sometimes. So why I can't do a whole lot. So sometimes it gets really, I don't know why I feel like I need to hold the weight of the world sometimes, or why I feel like I can't do more for other people when I'm still kind of struggling myself. So I bear a lot of that sometimes too.
And I agree. But like this, I actually agree with what they're saying. Where the way that he ordered that,
you agree with the order
I
of
do.
safety coming first.
I do, and here's why. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just agree
for
that it
you.
is something
Right.
that I think that people do place it in that order because a lot of people don't feel comfortable dating or, establishing friendships if they don't have financial stability per se, or if they don't have like sustenance and covering. There's a stigma of shame attached to not having, a stable place to live and all that sort of stuff. So I definitely can see how someone would come to the conclusion that acquiring that type of stability, we'll say, right, or that type of safety, why that would happen first before someone can feel comfortable, looking toward establishing a romantic relationship or dating or having friends. You know what I'm saying? Right. I can see how he would order it that way.
But why do you, and even with that point, why do you think there are people that don't care about that? Because I noticed there are people that will date when they don't. You see the jokes.
Because they're good in bed. That's why.
You see the jokes on Twitter all the time of like people being left on dates where they went to the bathroom, never came back.
If you can't afford to go out
told
on
them
that
like,
type
oh,
of
I
date.
forgot my wallet, or you see all the jokes all the time. Why is it that you think there's some people that don't wait to be more centered and aligned and financially stabilized before pursuing?
Because they feel like they can get that stability through the date.
Through someone else?
Yep. And that goes for men, women, in between, whatever. People feel like a come up is a come up. So there are some people who essentially they're doing the same thing because they are attempting to get that stability or take care of those needs. They're just going about it a different way.
Right.
Where they're using, someone else's need for someone else is at a different place.
Right.
And they're, trying to get those needs met. The person right here can say, hey, well, I can get these needs met if I meet that need for you.
Right.
That's called game. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Shit.
I'm laughing thinking of Maslow like changing the pyramid to this is game.
Right. We need a ghetto one. We should make
That
a
one little
diamond,
section.
not a pyramid. Let's make a diamond. Tell them what's really going on in these streets.
What's going on with the bitches?
Okay.
And do you agree with him that self-esteem and confidence and actual achievement, like when you finally, are sustaining yourself based on a life that you want, not a life that you are given or handed, but one that you've created, and actualized. Do you think that all comes later after you've had like the dope relationship? You're getting food, water, sex, the basics, and really stabilize yourself. Do you think it takes all of that to finally reach that?
Yes, but only because the world is so fucked up that school and college cost so much money that you have to have certain things in place in order to even attain that. And there is something validating about academic accomplishments, anything that you accomplish. That's why people put their kids in sports and karate and shit so that they can learn, the theory of working towards a goal and feeling that sense of accomplishment. That's how kids get their self-confidence. You know what I mean? From doing things like that. So I definitely think that it comes after because you have to be able to pay for it, unfortunately. I think that's, it's collateral damage.
Right. It's just where it's at.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
So where
But
do you
not 'cause
think
it
you
should
are
be
on
there.
the pyramid from the 5 levels?
It's so hard to tell for me, of course. My shit is like, a crossword puzzle or something. I'm all over the pyramid because there was something in each level that you identified that I actually identify with.
Right.
There were certain things in each level of that pyramid that were equally high on my priority list or on my list of motivating factors, I should say. So for me, it's a little tricky. If I had to pick, like just based on what was on the pyramid, because of my age and what I know now, I recognize the value of the things at the top of the pyramid more so than the things at the bottom of the pyramid. And I also completely recognize a journey or a track like yours, which was the opposite, where you kind of started with the things at the top of the pyramid and they led to the things at the bottom.
Right.
So I think that the things at the top are most important and I think they should be at the bottom.
Right.
That's how I see the shit. That's it.
What were you going to say? I feel like I could see your hand moving.
Well, I started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Tell that.
I just my pyramid's all over the place because I'm still kind of like breaking walls and rebuilding some in other places, like trying to figure things out. So like there's that really cool like payoff from when you complete something long, like you have graduation. So there's that big celebration. But I just keep thinking about that whole like life is a journey and, you know, I'm the destination type thing. Like, like that's what I think about with the pyramid. So I try to really think about at what point do I say I'm in one of these categories, or do I just say I look at motivation as a whole and I just, you know, I do the bop it thing and the assignment. I'm just hitting the colors kind of as I go, which isn't right per se, but I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention on a daily basis to where they're going anyway. So as I'm kind of figuring out the pieces little by little, like things, each part of the pyramid is becoming clearer to me. But I think right now I'm still really in that bottom part, and I'm just seeing the other parts trying to get there, but building the plan as I go along.
And I almost, it would be interesting if Maslow were to look at millennials because our situation is so different.
Doing internet tests.
Right. Or I wish he had like proteges that could kind of like follow on his work.
Somebody's going to pick up the research.
Right. Because I think times have changed. Like they didn't have to work. Like when he was saying your basic needs and stability and all these, you can't be, you know, at the top of your game until these things are met, and then you will ascend. But I mean, he didn't take into account like the school loans right now. Like, you know, the fact that they said it's like what, at $1 trillion or something crazy, you know, like employment rates are it's impossible to get a job that you want. And then when you do get one, you need like 45 years of experience to get in, and then
right out of school.
And then even if you have the 45 years of experience, they still pay you a beginner's rate. Just, you know, like, I mean, it's so many.
No Vaseline.
Woo.
None.
It's just so many issues right now for us to even attempt to stabilize. And I, you know, even with me, like I had to spend a lot. So I forget who it was that said that being poor is expensive, but I had to spend so much money to get myself out of a rut, you know, like paying off the loans and paying off my credit card debt and paying off this, paying off that. From the money that I was making, that by the time I paid everything off, I was back at one. You know what I mean? So I had made all this money, but it was to get me even in the game to begin with, you know? And I think that that's so, it's frustrating because anyone else would be like, whoa, well, how are you going to ascend this pyramid? You know, if this, let's say, obviously, hypothetically, let's say that this pyramid was like the blueprint, then that is really scary to think about. Like, we're trying our best to be like great, amazing people, but we have all these freaking setbacks. And then we have a president like we have now who's making these decisions that seem to just be creating even more obstacles for those of us who are out here just trying to figure it out, and especially in marginalized communities. So I find it, I don't know, it's fascinating. People are bringing up culture, but I'm also like, what about class?
Right.
You know, what about class and the neighborhoods you come from? I mean, there's so many, there's levels to this.
Very much so.
You know, so I find it interesting. But aside from that, I think it's a really, really interesting conversation, and to kind of see, are your basic needs being met? And do you think that because they haven't been met and you haven't worked on relationships with your family and your friends, do you think that these smaller details are part of why your bigger picture hasn't unrolled yet?
See, also,
something to think about.
Are you even motivated?
That too, because some people might be chilling on couches and totally fine.
Like a penny with a hole in it.
And that's exactly why I asked about why is it that there are some people who will go on this date.
Bingo. Bingo.
Because there's some people that I've met that, I mean, yeah, I think that's a really interesting question. Why is it that some of us are out here really trying to change the world, and aside from changing the world, trying to perfect our crafts or even having a craft to begin with, and then there are other people that you meet and it's like they just chilling.
They just don't care. I was watching the Cleveland show right?
Oh my God.
I was watching the Cleveland show, and the bear lady next door, whatever she is, or the girl that she was, the bear lady thing.
Yes.
They threw an egg at her or something, and she picked up the egg and like just ate it in the damn shell and everything.
What?
And the little baby on the little baby,
bad boy?
the little bad boy friend. Here you go, I'm about to tie it together.
Oh my
the little
God,
baby,
wait,
the
you
bad
just
boy.
wait.
He was looking at her, right, like watching her eat the egg. And he was like,
say.
she ate the shell. He was like, look, he said it just like this, friend. He was like, she ate the shell. She don't care. She don't care. No motivation. You see what I'm saying? Some people, friend, they eat the shell. They don't care.
But why do you think that is?
They don't care.
But
they might not have
question.
tapped in.
Is it that they haven't tapped in, or have they just gotten to the point where they weren't able to meet that first
And
level
they
they gave the fuck up?
No.
You know what?
No.
But why you say that?
Because it's hard to meet that first
But you know
level.
what? Why you say that? I was just sitting here thinking, wouldn't it be kind of crazy to interview some homeless people and see where they would have fit in or what they would have lost to
Right.
get them to that point?
Right.
I think that for some people, and maybe this is them taking care of the bottom level of the pyramid, but I know for a fact, I know people who are unwilling to challenge themselves or unwilling to do anything that is uncomfortable for them. All they want to do is go home from work, go to sleep, get up, get something to eat, go to work, come back home, watch TV, do the same thing the next day, and that's enough for them. They do not want to challenge themselves at
kind of
all.
like that right
They're just
now.
not motivated, period.
games
And it's
Why
enough.
do you think that is, though?
For them, it's enough, and they don't want to challenge themselves. They're like unwilling to do it. And it's
wonder why.
baffling for me too, but
Yeah.
believe it or not, it's a lot of and I guess, is it a bad thing? No. Sometimes do we want more for people that we love and care about? Yes. But is it a bad thing if they really are chilling? Like I'm good, this is it. This is enough for me. Some people just peak. It's not even a peak, it's just a decision on their behalf. Like,
Yeah, they just get
this
comfortable.
enough. Like I'm
This
good.
is it.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I think most of our grandparents were like that.
They was trying
Even
to
most
stay
of our
alive.
parents. Right.
Just like
Times
us.
was way different then too, though. I mean,
Right.
with social media, we out here thinking that we want things and we need things that we don't need.
That's
I be
it.
on Instagram all day talking, oh, I need these grills. Like,
Not
what?
grills.
Yeah, I be looking at chains and shit, all that. All day. It's kind of
But
weird.
I mean, even that question, that's the thing. There's so many layers to this conversation because I really wonder why is it that some people just aren't. But is like you said, is it a bad thing? Can we even say they're not motivated? Maybe that was their motivation.
Maybe it's
to
enough.
just have a job, a house, 3 meals a day, and be good. That was their motivation.
Okay, what if it's not a pyramid? What if it's like the breakers in the house, right? Because with fitness, I remember a long time ago you said sometimes it just clicks. Like maybe
Yeah.
the breaker flipped and it was like, oh, I got to get my ass up and do something about this. But then sometimes the power surge happens, flip.
See, but according to Maslow and his study, the reason that most people are stuck or just in the different rungs of the pyramid is because they have not accomplished each rung fully. So, yes, so that's why you might see that really wealthy person who, quote unquote, self-actualized, but they might not have like any friends or a good relationship and support system to come home to after the end of the day. They might not even be well respected. Yeah, they covered their basics, and reach their highest potential. But we're also probably looking at it from a materialistic perspective, whereas they're probably at home feeling terrible.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they don't have these people in their life. So he really feels like it's not just, when I get to the top of the rung, I'm going to be this famous, rich person. But he really feels like all of these rungs together mean that you have matched and aligned, and put everything in harmony that a human needs to put in harmony to be their highest potential. It doesn't just mean wealth. It means
Absolutely.
a healthy everything. And so I find that interesting because I think that, we don't really look at it that deeply. Like there are people I know that are really wealthy and completely disconnected from their families
do that
and
one
they
day.
just don't seem very happy.
Right.
What?
Just be disconnected.
I mean,
that might be
society
my-
makes it hard not to sometimes, but he felt that to be a healthy, happy, emotionally balanced, and just fulfilled, like really fulfilled in a real way, these 5 rungs of life have to be achieved.
He got a lot of damn nerve. You can tell that shit was written in the 40s because, baby, they wouldn't have let his ass get away with that on today.
That'd be think pieces. Right?
All of Hello Beautiful's ass, Lipstick Alley's ass.
Oh, no.
All Madam Nowhere. Shit. How am supposed to Madam Nowhere?
So let's jump into, well, do you have any last things you want to say before we move forward?
I just think it's a great conversation. I think that it's definitely something to think about, and I would love to know if there's been a study like this that's been done more recently.
Out like an updated pyramid of
Dude, he
needs.
got grandkids that have taken the torch and
Right.
interviewed all the reality stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Like, I just think there's a lot of different demographics we can hit with this.
Right. Support for today's episode comes from Third Love. Third Love uses actual women's sizes and super smoothing memory foam to create bras that fit better and are more comfortable. They offer sizes from AA to G, as well as their exclusive half-cup sizes. Just answer a few simple questions online, and Third Love will recommend a bra in the right size and style for you. And now, Third Love is offering you the opportunity to try one of their perfect 24/7 bras free for 30 days. Just pay $2.99 for shipping, and you're on your way to a perfect fit. Third Love wants you to really experience the comfort of this bra. Work out in it, wash it, wear it all day. You might even forget that you're wearing it. If Third Love isn't your new favorite bra, just return it or exchange it for free. Go to thirdlove.com/friend now to get your perfect Third Love bra and try it for 30 whole days. That's thirdlove.com/friend to try your new favorite bra for free. Well, for the, I actually wanted to tie in this week's wellness segment.
Hold on, friend. Well.
Like I said, I think we've all agreed that this pyramid is a little dated. I mean, it was in the 40s. And it would be nice to see it updated for what our lives are like now. But I still think it's cool to have a review of your life through this pyramid and kind of see what needs have been met, what needs still need to be met, whether these are even needs that you think you have. You know, maybe these are things that you're like, oh, shit. Maybe I should try to reconnect with my family if that's something that is part of the harmony that kind of like gets me to my highest potential.
Until they hang up on you and you be like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I ain't calling back no more.
I do that all the time. I would love for you guys that are listening to take out your journals, of course. I think it's a cool self-reflection. I'm always a fan of that.
Just journal,
right? And I think you should look up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Google it. The pyramid pops right up. So many people have written about it. And like I said, it's a very, very important study that people use in business meetings. Psychology 101, if you're in college and have taken that class, it's one of the first theories that they touch on. So it's a very world-renowned, theory that people base a lot of their even managerial work on. Right. So I would love for you guys to take a look at it and just kind of go through the physiological, self-esteem, and just all the different questions that it brings up and see where you fit. And I think it's a cool marker, too, to be like, all right, maybe, taking care of these basic needs and relationships around me will get me closer to where I'm trying to go.
On a petty note. It's also a really good way to let somebody have it. It's a good insult base because once you have an understanding of this pyramid on the basic levels, you can then knock somebody else's pyramid down a rung or two so they can then become on the other end of the argument, you short pyramid, that short pyramid, motherfucker. That's what you can start calling people. So that's on a petty note.
So if you've studied this, if you're looking at it now while you're listening to us, I'd love to hear your feedback, where you think you fit, if you think it's bullshit, if you think it's awesome, if you align with it. Just let us know what you think, and we hope the hot button issue in the wellness segment made you figure something out today. now let's move on to Mr. Music, man. I know you have something good for us today, Asante. There's a lot of good music out right now.
There is a lot of good music out right now. We'll get to that after this portion of the show. I like to, just talk about old things. I like bringing up old shit, okay? I'm the bone carrier. So I wanted to just shout someone out that we didn't give homage to when she was out. Melanie Fiona,
Melanie.
I feel like
Melanie
I
Fiona.
love her.
I feel like there were people we just, weren't really fucking with at some point in time. And a lot of people just did not give her a due. Small known fact, because when I did Jasmine Sullivan for her episode, I had to give little facts that tied into myself because it's about me. Melanie Fiona actually worked with, she was on SRC Records, who I interned for back when I first was here, part of my musical journey. When I first moved to New York, I wanted to be an A&R. And then I saw how the climate of that changed at the time, and I was like, maybe not. And maybe I'll come back around to it musically in some sense later on in life. Who knows?
I can totally see that.
But Melanie Fiona's album, The MF Life, came out at the time that I was working I was interning there, and I had to type up label lyrics for the artwork. So I just want to say that was an album. It was a Miss Gem. If you all are looking for some good songs like per se a Brandy, or you want to add to a mix with a Tiana Taylor, because I was fielding songs for another After Dark playlist. You all have been requesting playlists. Thank you all very much for
After Dark?
Hashtag After Dark.
What kind of songs is on there?
A little Chris Brown on there, a little Trey songs, threw a little LMI on there, had to put some new people on there with some of the old things. Put a little bit of The Dream on there, some people that was slept on.
Okay, that's cool, but what kind of songs was the question?
Oh, it's them kind of songs. It's these kind of songs.
Horizontal polka kind of songs.
Word. Oh my God. So the MF Life was a cute vibe. The first track featured J. Cole. It was a track called This Time. And the single off of this album was 4 a.m., which did pretty well.
Yeah.
And there were some dope songs. 4 a.m. was, it was a cute little song.
What was it about? White Castle?
It was about her nigga cheating, and he was at the strip club.
Didn't it do really well, though?
It did. It was everywhere.
I feel like I heard it all the time.
It was 4 a.m. at 12 p.m., 6 a.m. It was always 4 a.m. when that song was popping. And it was, speaking of 6 a.m., Melanie Fiona and T-Pain with Lily Allen, not Tomlin. As I was previewing the song earlier, I said Lily Tomlin. T-Pain and Lily Allen had a song called 5 o'clock in the morning, which some of y'all may be familiar with. Melanie Fiona and T-Pain came together to do a remix called 6 a.m. It was a joint remix.
I don't remember it.
None of this went anywhere because I remember at the time Melanie Fiona was not really feeling that type of, it wasn't really her sound. She's a Canadian R&B singer with some Guyanese, so she really likes that whole sound. And it was real it's 6 in the morning, like real ratchet, which was cute for her, but she wasn't really trying to.
Was there a video?
No.
Oh.
Absolutely was not a video. I think Melanie and Fiona probably gave us 2 or 3 visuals from that album. But I also really fucked with her because she did the Performing in the Subway series on YouTube, and I love when artists put out visual content. So, Melanie Fiona, the MF Life, someone that I did not appreciate when she was out. And I also said that I did not appreciate Brandy's 211 project when that came out, and I want to shout those out. So if you're looking for some throwbacks to throwback to...
Damn, I haven't listened to that project in a minute.
211?
Yeah.
Ooh, Fran.
I think, what was the song with Chris Brown on there?
Oh, Put It Down.
That was the jam.
But
I'm like, yeah, of course that's what it was called. Like, that's my favorite.
And did you see her dancing in the video?
There was a video?
See, and that was Brandy's problem.
There is a video.
And that was Brandy's problem. That was Brandy's problem. Her in the promo, she just didn't promote nothing.
Yeah, I don't
She
remember.
came out looking cute. And Brandy's not like a dancer. She was looking like she could dance. So she was looking good. I was like, okay, Brandy. And the album has some knocks on there and some gems.
jam.
So go check out 211 as well as Melanie Fiona.
Full Moon too while you're at it.
Really
What's she doing with
full
that
moon.
boy?
So, be a rocker? Is that what you want to do? Never mind. No,
What's
she
Brandy
doing
doing
with
with
who?
that boy? You seen that boy she been running around with lately?
no, who she been running
Sir
around
John
with?
the Baptist or some shit.
She
What's his
with
name? Sir the Baptist.
Sir
is
the
his name.
Baptist, yeah.
Isn't he a gospel singer?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
some
I
electric
guess.
gospel something.
Oh.
Like Tone X or whatever that man's name. He's making that kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I just, what's going on with that? Have y'all seen them?
Absolutely
Yes.
not. I have not. I had to do a social media cleansing of Brandy after her Snapchat antics. I was like, I'm gonna give her a break.
Dustin's face is
I love
down.
Brandy's music. Her voice is
Love
unmatched.
love it. So great.
I've always
amazing.
loved her music.
Yes.
Angel in Disguise is my jam. And it's another song where she be like, say goodbye to all my, I'm leaving tomorrow. She has a song called Tomorrow on that album. But anyway, I'm concerned.
Oh my God.
I'm concerned.
This is why I'm following her on Snapchat. Why are you concerned?
I'm
Please.
just concerned.
What is it?
He just don't look like he.
Okay.
No. He just
No,
don't look like he can be
I just don't.
a good support for her. That's what it just don't look like. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. And you got to see them together, like they holding hands. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned.
Don't forget to check hashtag playlist pledge for all of the cool playlists that you want to check out that I've made. If you're on Spotify, you can look me up at Asante Davis to find all the playlists. Unfortunately, Apple Music, I'm off that. Apple Music does not allow me to easily give you all the playlists, so you got to search the hashtag. I'm going to kick the ball somewhere. We're going to do another segment, so I'm going to let y'all have a moment because I'm not looking at that again.
We going to listen, y'all.
Let's just take a minute.
And pray for Brandy?
No, because that sounds...
Sidebar, have y'all seen that picture of that black family standing up, holding hands in that circle of prayer, and the dog is standing up? Yeah. But I tell you, that shit has been taking me out all week.
Look, and you know what? You could tell. Look, I was about to say, you could tell the dog was the one that leading the prayer.
The dog us.
You could tell the dog was leading the prayer.
That has taken me out, but we gonna pray for they probably was praying for Brandy.
So for the next portion of the music segment, let's do some shout outs, some tracks that y'all been feeling. I want to give a special shout out to Alex. Hit Alex up for the live shows that she needs to be putting together for us. Alex always gives me the jams that I need to be listening to. Check out. I've been listening to A Boogie with the Hoodie. He has a song called Timeless with DJ Spin King. You know what I'm saying? That's a hot bop that I'm feeling right now. I've also been feeling the new Bryson Tiller tracks. One of them is with one.
He has new music?
Yes, man. I don't know where he would drop these outside of this. Like, I just find the music from opening apps. I wish I was more hip. Like, I listen to radio to find stuff, but I don't. But yeah, Bryson Tiller came out with 2 projects. One of them has Jeffrey on the track.
Jeffrey Osborne?
No.
Oh, Young Thug. Thugger.
Thugger, Jeffrey.
Yes, he makes great music.
Thugger, baby. Yeah, so there's Something Tells Me is one of the tracks, and the one with Thugger is called Get Mine. So that's what I've been listening to.
Wait, did y'all watch the Billboard Music Awards?
I did.
Didn't get to watch them. Were they good?
Let me tell you.
Right?
Okay.
I'm
What was
surprised
hot,
you
what's
didn't bring
not?
it up.
I'm real different with my music. Some of the mainstream I don't really be
I
caring
get
about.
it.
People
It's
don't
just
perform like
nothing.
they used to.
Yeah. So none of the acts were like incredible.
Nicki Minaj gave about a 9-minute performance to open up the show. She did a medley. She performed No Frauds at the Billboard Awards.
Oh,
So
my God.
all those people saw her diss record.
Wow.
So everybody that said Sheether won, I mean, y'all saw the award, so let's keep it moving. But so that was great. Who else performed that would be of interest? That might be. Oh, but I can tell you what was of disinterest.
I know who else performed. I didn't watch it though.
Who?
Julia Michaels performed Issues.
Yeah, she had vocal issues, and now y'all know that I love. Y'all know that I love Issues,
I was like,
and I was
oh my
so
God,
looking forward to that.
Was she
Like, got
nervous?
comfortable and everything. I just think she had a bad night because I've seen her perform that song live before and knock it out the park like Sosa.
Is she a newer artist?
No, she's been writing songs behind the scenes for years. As an
I'm like,
artist,
maybe
yeah,
she's like
new.
shook. No, I was
But
scared.
she still sounded good, but you could tell it wasn't rangy like the song is.
Right.
So that was one thing. But the girl from Fifth Harmony that went solo,
Oh yeah.
we've
I don't
been
know her name.
hoodwinked and bamboozled, y'all. When I tell you it was horrible.
What do you mean?
I'm
Was
like,
that her
all
debut
this.
as like a
Do
solo
you
artist?
know which
Yes.
one went solo?
I don't really know if it's Harmony. to be honest.
She's okay. Leah Michelle from Glee.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if she was like, I can't
It
say
got an
nothing nice. Never
anvil
mind.
dropped on it.
I was gonna say if she had like a clone made, and then it was like her deformed. Like
Right.
Like she like a smaller version of Leah Michelle. I'll say that.
Like
she
Leah
didn't do
Michelle
well?
at TJ Maxx. Like the off one a little bit.
The
no, she didn't do well. And the thing is,
Maxinista Michelle.
there's a lot of drama and controversy. My name is Paul, and that's between y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with the drama. But I will say that it's a lot of stuff going on, and you would think that with all this controversy surrounding her exit from the group, you know, her first live performance as a solo act, you really thought she would have came to fucking play. You know what I mean? She would have been handling her business, but she did not nail it. Everything fell flat. She sounded a little, well, her voice, all those girls can sing, first of all. So her voice sounded all right, but I tweeted and called her Ariana Pequeno. Because that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's what the hell we waited on all this time. And they even, because this is what they was doing, y'all. They was giving the artists hashtags during their performances. Like anytime they thought it was going to be a moment. So it was like Camilla and BBMAs. And I'm like, I set up straight and shit. I'm like, let me check this little girl out. I'm about new talent and young people. I can do this.
Right.
Fran, I went to the bathroom. I couldn't believe it.
Who else performed?
Let me think. Who else was good?
I saw a small clip of Katy Perry. I think it was her performance.
No, she can choke.
And by performance, you would mean
She can choke.
But there was a dude doing that arm thing that took me down. Did y'all see that?
I didn't watch
you talking
any
about
of
the
it.
SNL. So,
was
okay,
that SNL?
that was SNL.
Even wow.
Katy Perry was dancing. It looked like she was shadow boxing. You see it? Yeah. She looked like she was sparring while she was dancing. Or fencing. She looked like she was fencing.
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Katy
I could not
Perry,
stop
I don't know what's
watching
going on
it.
with her. First of all, why wouldn't you push that album back? Nobody's listening. None of the new music is a hit that's sticking like grits, like Kaya said. None of it is. So why wouldn't you put it back? And then the album is called Witness. People have already been saying they thought it said whiteness when they first saw
I
the
literally
word.
saw it
Right.
earlier today, and I don't mean to. And I was like, is that shit called? Oh, Witness.
What I will give her, though, I love that boy short haircut on her. I love it. I just wish she would color it right, but I love that short haircut on her, which pisses me off even more because underneath it all, I like Katy Perry's music.
Look,
I want
Katy
her to
Perry
win.
Look,
I
Katy
want her to
Perry got
win.
hits on hits
that
on
stick
hits
like
on
grits.
hits.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hits,
so
okay?
I want her to win. Teenage Dream is one of my favorite. I love that song.
If Katy Perry dropped a singles album, I could see myself buying it.
like
I
the
like
greatest hits.
Yeah, I think I only dislike one Katy Perry single. Like all her other
I
singles.
didn't connect with the last album at all.
That's the one with the-
Roar or whatever.
Oh
album,
yeah, I
or-
think that it might have been the beginning of Roar. It was when I was like, all right,
didn't
you're
connect with that
gonna
album.
hear me roar.
Right, friend. Like what?
Like no.
Who the hell wrote this?
But I will- let me-
Harris.
Can I just say something?
Eric
I accidentally made the mistake of watching Wendy Williams, and they were talking about Katy Perry, how she was speaking out about beef with her and Taylor Swift, which I had no clue about. And I actually thought it was cute when Katy Perry was trying to be all ghetto and shit. I actually was agreeing with Wendy this morning. I thought it was gonna be one of them days. But she was talking about, she's like, yeah. I'm like, Daddy, come on, or some bullshit. And I was like, okay, Catherine Perry, you still got a little something.
She said what?
Like the way she was saying it, like no, she wasn't trying to be like that. But the way she was saying it, like she was ready. Like if her and Taylor Swift had to go to blows, I was like, that's cute. But I don't care
Go
about
to
white women drama like that. I mean,
They
like
gonna look like,
like
they
for
look
whatever
like
that
choreo. They gonna look like they dancing
Like,
with
for
the
whatever that
stars.
means
If
for
Katy
them.
Perry and Taylor Swift part is gonna look like they dancing with the stars.
But for whatever that means for them, you know, they not them white feminists. That whole thing is gonna be like,
go to blow.
Like, cause that's what Katy Perry is doing. This go around that's pissing me off. We want songs.
talking too
like,
much,
just
yeah.
make the damn songs. Like we don't need all that extra shit. You don't need to be a voice.
But
for
she's always
nothing.
been like that. Even when she was married to that British guy, and she was
Russell
doing.
Crowe. Now let me just say this.
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
Yeah.
yeah.
See how
Thank you.
easy it is. See how easy it
They
is.
when
Lily Allen
when they were married,
Lily Allen Tomlin.
the Broadway. Anyway, when Katy Perry and Russell Brand were married, I never quite understood him and his personality. But he went on The View and he did an interview, and the way he talked about Katy Perry and their relationship, I was completely sold. Like I completely understood him. I loved their relationship, and I was like, I'm like this. they really got it.
Oh.
And then they got divorced. And they looking like Tamar's single cover and shit.
He's like,
they
great.
hate each other. So like, but I just miss Katy Perry at her best. I hate seeing this. I think she's talking way too much and doing too much. And just shut up and make some songs. That's it. You can make good, catchy pop songs. Just do it. And you got all the tools and keys at your disposal. The label is giving her all the money. She got
she's
all the
brought them
hits.
all the money.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
so why can't you just... I just want her to get it back together. That's all. But I love her haircut.
It's cute.
I
It
do.
is. It is.
Sorry, y'all.
Outside of that,
No,
she can
I
show.
mean,
All right,
asked.
so that's Music Man segment. What y'all been listening to?
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi's still been heavy rotations for me as well.
I gotta listen.
And I know that I like it because the Young Kids was playing on the platform earlier today, so it's like a sign that I'm in. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. Just the last person I got the last group I got to shout out. Paramore's After Laughter album dropped a week or two ago. About a week ago.
Paramore.
Yeah, I saw them perform
One
live.
time for the high notes.
And actually, when they were performing live, they were performing in jumpsuits or rompers.
Haley so
and all
dope.
that.
We ain't talking about
We're
that on
not.
this show.
That's what
but yes, I love Paramore. Their music is great. I do want to say one thing though, y'all. Like just one thing.
What?
On the music tip, shout out to Cardi B because that video that she put up when they were singing, when they remixed "Seems Like You Ready" by R. Kelly.
I didn't see it.
What?
Oh
Who remixed
my
it?
God, Cardi B. What's the guy's name that was with them? He's a comedian that wears the "Blame It on Somebody." Is it?
Blame it on Quay.
Maybe
The one with the
green
lipstick
hair?
and the-
Yes, I think it was him. And there was another girl.
Dude, why are you so good at making
It is. It's hilarious and it's actually a
the
hit.
fact that I knew exactly?
Yeah, that's right.
And it was putting his face on the guy who always making the side's face too.
He
It's like,
looked just like this girl on Married at First Sight.
I have.
For everybody, have you been watching
I
this
haven't
season?
watched it, but I want to
For
see it.
everybody that's watching Married at First Sight this season, he looks like the black girl. I just put it like that. Go ahead. She hold her mouth just like Blame It on Quay.
God.
You know who I'm talking about? That girl with the short hair.
Y'all are terrible.
So
It's a
mad at you.
doppelganger. Go ahead, man.
Sabrina Claudio has a new song.
Yes.
It's called Unravel Me, and she released a video. Yeah, in the video, y'all would like it.
Oh,
Sounds
Good.
steamy.
It's very good. She's killing it.
Ooh.
I have a feeling she's
You got
gonna
Up
blow
Next.
up. Yeah, like really blow up though. I'm seeing her become a really big
Friends
artist.
up next. It can be the fun segment.
Oh.
Yeah, I see her blowing up. Like we mentioned her like a couple months ago, and I'm just seeing her more and more and more, and I'm like, yo, she got it.
Getting
she looks
traction out
amazing
here.
too in her new video.
Yes.
So shout out to her. Definitely listen to her. I'm still listening to the Little Dragon's new album.
Yeah.
Hi. Nothing new.
All right, well, I have my Music Man headliner. I could not do this whole segment. I would not have the segment here if I did not give praise to the one India Shawn, who released
Yes,
Galaxies.
Lord.
Ah,
India Shawn is one of the people that,
Finally,
made me
India.
feel like I was in A&R way back in the day in ATL. So India Shawn's Galaxies is out. It's a single. It's going to be part of a larger project.
So
The
good.
visuals of it look beautiful from what I've seen. I can't wait. So everyone get excited. Tweet India Shawn. Tell her to give us more. I immediately tweeted her, where's the rest of it, after listening to this
I
once.
cannot wait. Is she giving us a whole project?
We're going to see what India want to give. I don't want to tell her business and she disappoint, but I don't think she's going to disappoint this time around.
I love her.
Support
and
the baby
you look
girl.
amazing. You sound amazing. Your Instagram
Yes.
is killing.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
dope.
So check out India Shawn, Galaxies.
All I have.
Thank you, Mr. Music Man. That means now it's time to move on.
Today's episode of The Friend Zone is brought to you through the support of Warby Parker. I have a lot of great things to say about Warby Parker, so stay tuned at the end of this ad for instructions so I know you heard all the great details. Here's a new concept in eyewear, contemporary glasses that are affordable and fashion forward. Your glasses should be viewed as a fashion accessory, but they shouldn't cost as much as a plane ticket or a new iPhone. Warby Parker makes buying glasses online easy and risk-free. Yes, you heard right. Warby Parker's home try-on program allows you to order 5 pairs of glasses shipped directly to your door, where you can try them on in the comfort of your own home. I myself did this actually earlier today. They showed up at my doorstep.
Cute.
And I got to
I'm
try my
jealous.
glasses. And you know, when I was selecting some of them, I knew that some of them weren't going to work, but I knew some of them were going to actually make me look really cute. But I chose a pair that were better than the ones that I thought that I was going to get. I was like, all right, these is going to be the ones. But the ones that I'm going to pick are actually way better. So it was
and you
cool.
wouldn't have known if you didn't
I would
try
not.
it on at home.
Absolutely. I didn't have to be in the store. Nobody was annoying me doing all that. It came right to my house. Dustin,
See, I
did you
just
do
wanted
this?
to look smart. I just wanted to look distinguished. So I felt like where better to practice than at the crib, right?
Okay.
So once I saw they had a try at home package, I said to myself, I said, self, you're going to fill out them fields. So I went on the website and filled it out. They sent me the 5 pair. I picked the one that I loved the most and made me look the most distinguished. Like I never missed a day of class, turned all my shit in on time and let the cool kids copy. You know, I kept those glasses and I'm very happy. Warby Parker.
Warby Parker. And for those of y'all that really like to try on them outfits at home, you get to see the glasses and coordinate appropriately and properly. Because, you know, some of them colors was looking super bomb when you get to see them in person. I was like, oh, this is a cute one. And I got it and I was like, this looks even better.
Plus, everything ain't for everybody. So, like, some of the ones I tried on, you know, they didn't fit my face. So, thank God, you know, I was at home. You know, I could still, I could do it without shame. Warby Parker.
Yes.
And those of you who don't wear frames, they have sunglasses as well.
I was just going to say, I mixed it
ordered
up.
5 pairs of sunglasses.
Oh, you only got sun? See, I got
Yeah.
I got 4 pairs of glasses and 1 pair of sunglasses just to see. And I was going to get 3 and 2
I got all
so I could have a
5.
couple options.
I'll let you guys know.
Options. Oh, I'm going to let y'all know when I get mine because they going to send me some. And hopefully after this ad, they're going to send me some more.
Yeah.
Because, you know, wouldn't it be so bomb if Warby Parker decided to give us some shades to match the glasses
It would be
that
fantastic.
we got? Oh, my God, you know, so we going to sell it. So head to warbyparker.com/friendzone to order your free home try-ons today. Choose the fine frames you'd like to order, mail the frames back, choose your favorite pairs to have your prescription added to, and order. Warby Parker makes your experience completely risk-free, and it's free shipping all around. And after you place your home try-on order, make sure to download the Warby Parker app from the iTunes App Store. They built an incredible home try-on companion feature which allows you to quickly take photos wearing all the frames, stitch it into a video, and share it with friends and family to help you pick a winner. Remember, that's warbyparker.com/friendzone to order your free home try-ons today. If you have made it at the end of this ad, send me the glasses emojis and make sure you add Warby Parker in them so they know that they need to send us another pair of frames.
That's right. At the FriendZone Twitter, Dustin, look at Dustin, Hey Assante. Leave Fran out of it, please.
But she gets some
this is
too.
our antics. Yes. Thank you. Warby Parker. Thank you again to Talkspace for supporting this week's episode of The Friend Zone. Going to a traditional therapist is not for everyone. Sometimes you actually need to reach out to someone at your own convenience. And with Talkspace, that's exactly what you can do. Talkspace is the online therapy company that makes it so easy to connect with a licensed therapist, handpicked just for you for as little as $32 a week. Using Talkspace, you have the freedom to text, audio, and video message your therapist as much as you want. And all Talkspace therapists are background checked, so none of that funny shit. So when Talkspace matches you with your online therapist, you'll know that you're getting help from an experienced and licensed professional. Talkspace knows that emotions can't be scheduled, so with their unlimited messaging therapy, you can text, audio, and video message your therapist as much as you want, you guys. Sign up today by going to Talkspace.com/zone and enjoy a special offer of $30 off your first month. That's Talkspace.com/ZONE or download the Talkspace app and use code ZONE. Talkspace, therapy for how we live today.
Okay.
Yes.
Take me to TV.
Guess how you got to get
changes
there.
every week.
Guess how you get there this week. You got to push down on the elevator because it went to hell this week on TV. Let me tell you.
Because, bitch, it's hot and I'm going to tell you why.
I'm telling you. And the first thing we're going to talk about is Basketball Wives.
Previously on Basketball Wives.
You know.
Nah, boy.
Oh, let me say it with Tammy when she got the cigarette in her mouth. Previously on Basketball
Stop
Wives.
playing.
Right.
It's not recorded with a cigarette.
Might as well. The way she be talking about is, I just want to have my beer and smoke a cigarette. She said that
Out the
last week.
side of her mouth. She smoked her cigarettes
While
off
it
the
moves.
side. Yes.
Them Slims, they be long. They be looking like chalk sticks.
Anyway. And she was twerking on this episode.
Oh
She
my
had on
God,
these,
it
like,
was awful in front of my
cheap
man.
ass pajamas. Like,
Oh my
she had on
God.
real pajamas. Like, you know how you have pajamas that you have had for like 6 years and the cotton has worn thin to this just right. So they almost looks like jersey material, like it hangs
The
off
one
of
you
you.
wear
Like,
when you're home alone.
yes, she filmed in them. Like a motherfucker with a scarf on her head.
She's keeping
And,
it real.
the sheets on the bed did not match.
Tamoji.
I promise you, one pillowcase was turquoise, one was tan, I think, and the sheets was black. And then like the comforter was like nothing matched. They was
Never
at
gonna be
home.
television.
Do you hear me? Them niggas was at home.
Literally.
And she filmed. But anyway, Basketball Wives just really sent me through the ringer for a couple reasons. This episode, I was pissed. Number one, the way that they did this girl, Crystal, she's Kristen, whatever her name is, because it don't matter, and that's saying a lot right there. But the way that they did her, they completely disrespected her and said they were going to offer to give her a makeover. I could say so many things, but like, did she need a makeover? Yes, she needed a makeover, okay? But were they being rude and offering it? Absolutely. Evelyn was doing her part in causing some drama or creating a situation that would be, combative a little bit because she has to make it pop. And I think that that's the compromise she made coming back this season. I'm not going to be in the shit, but I'll start the shit.
I'm going to be a part-time Shawnee.
Yeah, and so that's what she's doing, and I get it, so whatever.
Wait, they're still fighting about this makeover?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, there's more.
Oh, my God.
So.
But wait, there's more.
The girl Sania, Sania, whatever her name is, Big Nia, whatever her name is. She
Big Nia.
Yeah, you know who she looks like? She looks like George Foreman. That's who she looks like.
She's all up in
she looks like George Foreman in the face. She's actually pretty, but she looks like George Foreman. Anyway, so
I'm done. I'm leaving.
She's caused a shitstorm tornado of all kinds of things, and she ended up filming with the girl Kristen. What's her name? Kristen. And it's spelled weird, so it's hard to remember what her name is.
It's Christen.
So it looks like Crystal, but it's Kristen.
Like
anyway,
it's Christine.
Which again,
it's like Kristen.
Stupid.
Christine.
Well, she filmed with her sisters. One of her sisters is the lady who Dwayne Wade had that baby on Gabrielle Union with.
Okay.
Now, they gave Kristen a makeover because when she showed up to film at a winery, she was wearing like a jumpsuit, but it was like a spandex bodysuit, but it was shorts.
They look like them Spanx.
So it did look like Spanx, and it was brown.
It was brown.
It just wasn't flattering at all.
And they like they in LA too.
It wasn't flattering, and Evelyn and them
it don't matter. None of them could have helped it. I mean, I'm really trying to visualize.
If I had to guess, wedges. But she had it on. And so
you remember what they were?
So Evelyn and them were like laughing at her biker shorts, right? And that's what motivated the whole let's give her a makeover thing. So fast forward to this week.
How'd they approach her with that?
They did
we want to give you a makeover.
While she showed up.
Mm-hmm.
She showed up.
I just couldn't believe she got in the chair and went through with it. Like, why would you do that?
Offended.
But anyway, so this week she was still crying about the shit. And so there was a whole bunch of stuff going on. But damn, I just lost my train of thought.
Because she was checking Jackie about that makeover, and they had brought that girl Kiana back, which was
sister.
Annoying.
That's what it was.
Oh, Aja.
Her sister filmed with the girl who was the stylist and that was being mean to her, right?
Naya.
Come to find out, the sisters have different fathers. Have different mothers. Same father, different mothers, and the mothers hate each other. And this one sister, Aja, whatever her name is, the one who has the baby by Dwayne Wade, she has decided to carry the hate forward. Kristen was being civil with the girl in every scene that they had filmed prior to that. As soon as this girl filmed with the stylist girl, she started saying that Kristen lied about having that miscarriage. She actually aborted the baby at 4 months, and her sister actually hate each other, and blah blah blah.
If you mad about getting a makeover because you fat, maybe you should
put Cheetos. That's what she says.
That's what her sister.
But the joke of it all, right? Was that they set up there and offered this girl this. They offered her this makeover because they were laughing at her biker shorts. Ask me what Asia had on when she was having the conversation with Sania, the girl that she was arguing with, and talking to trashing her sister that they gave the makeover. Ask me what Asia had on. Black biker shorts.
And in that same scene,
did she not?
Why you look down?
So it's like you sitting up here, you trashing your blood
and in
sister.
that same scene,
and the same thing that they read her about that caused the whole thing anyway. So you don't even realize how stupid you look.
And Sanaya had that outfit that she was supposed to style her in that same scene.
Yeah,
that blue,
the blue jumpsuit.
And later on had on the wig in the same episode. I was like, what? You was going to style her right out your closet?
So it was her stuff.
It was just her shit. Because you knew when she was like, we ghetto bitch, you know, I want to see you. And it's like, no one checked your Instagram before they asked you to come here.
She's really ghetto, but shout out to Brandy Maxfield for getting her the fuck up out the paint with a quickness. When they were at that table, and Sanaya, whatever, I don't even know how to say her name because I don't want to know how to say her name.
She can go.
She said something to Brandy about, I'm just getting to know you or know about you or something like that. And Brandy was like, wait, why are you on Evelyn's trip? And that was it. She didn't have nothing to say the rest of the night. That's why they can hate Brandy all they want to, but that's the one thing that I like about Brandy. Ain't no gray area, ain't no purgatory, ain't no in between. She's clear, okay? From the giddy up, you're not getting past her with the bullshit in most cases. And I like that. I appreciate that about her. I do. I appreciate even the way she walked around that Sania girl to get in front of Shawnee and Evelyn and them. Did you peep that?
No.
The girl, Sania, the stylist girl, she has a big overbearing body frame and personality, right? And she uses it to like intimidate the other girls. Brandy literally, Fran, you could have seen the breeze drifting on by when she went around her so quick and went right in front of Shawnee and them and handled their fucking business. And yes, it was petty. Yes, it was thirsty. And yes, she embarrassed herself. But she still never took none of that bullshit. And that's what I appreciate about Brandy. So that's all I got to say about Basketball Wives this week.
Basketball Wives.
And nothing else really came on TV. So that's it.
I mean, Potomac was depressing.
I mean, Potomac is like, first of all,
What's
Ashley.
Potomac?
Nobody.
Potomac is the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh.
Yeah, with
Right.
Giselle and Karen. And, I'm so sick of Giselle's country ass being mean to everybody.
And you know what? I was watching this week and I was like, you were going to think she's so... Every time I seen her...
You seen them earrings and shit, them Claire's ass earrings she
But
be
the
wearing in
one
every
confessional she did where she's supposed to like...
Oh my God.
You already know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to say it. The minute I saw it, I just
With
thought
that
of you.
makeup on it, it looks
And
like
it was so
she-
bright.
Yeah, she looks like a tongue depressor. What's her name? Giselle? She looks like a tongue depressor. That's what she looks like. Giselle looks like a popsicle stick. That's what she looks like.
and the joke is literally on her.
Okay. Right. Anyway. So that's it. What are we doing now? We asking for a friend?
Now we move on to
Oh,
our show's almost over because I feel like you always have like 3 different shows.
Right. Because some stuff I don't be talking about. Like
'Cause
we
it
haven't.
just wasn't
Everybody's
good.
mad because we didn't talk about Little Women Atlanta.
Oh yeah, what
Or
happened?
just because I was so
Over it?
disappointed. And I just, one of the Tiny Twins left, and I don't care what nobody say, it ain't gonna be the same without the Tiny Twins. And so I was over
left
that.
the show?
She left the show to go back to Dallas to be with her baby daddy and all this stuff. And I'm just depressed about it. And can we talk about something else? Thank you.
Well, Asante, what you got for us this week? We're asking for a friend.
well, as per usual, don't forget to email us at TheFriendZone@loudspeakersnetwork.com so we can receive all of your questions, comments, concerns, Black Business the Week submissions, all that extra stuff. And hopefully some money, because I like to get paid.
Right, book us.
Book us.
But for good stuff, though.
For good stuff, absolutely. Hey, friends. They did ask to remain anonymous. I made sure I read that.
So what's their name?
So their name is... No, I'm just kidding. The subject
Imagine.
is nervous and queer. So my question is this. I am a 26-year-old woman who has only ever dated and had sex with men. Recently, about a month, I started vibing, texting, group hangouts with a queer woman.
Vibing with a queer woman.
Oh my God, Dustin.
With a queer woman who dates only women.
Girl, your name Buzz Lightyear. What's going on?
God.
She is really great. I have a huge crush on her, and I really believe she's into me too. However, I'm so nervous about our first intimate experience, if we ever have one. I mean, sex is quite intuitive, I know, but I also get anxious that I'll do something extremely wrong. I think I'm most nervous about our disproportionate levels of experience. On the other hand, I'm also a woman, and that should work in my favor, right? I think I just need some positive reinforcement and maybe some tips and tricks if you have any and don't mind sharing.
Some tips and tricks.
I'm wondering who could answer that.
With
Were you from
love,
this
nervous,
cast?
and queer.
She says she needs
You know
some
what? And
tips
I
and tricks.
I actually, whenever I go through the emails, I think to myself, like, how can we answer some of these questions? And so when I was reading this, I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe Fran could speak like, if she ever thought about, which, I'm not.
No.
Or like, I mean, not that.
No.
Look.
No.
Look, Fran, not on today. But just, I feel like we can give different perspectives because I don't feel like this, how you take it can affect
How you take it.
how
To
you
vibe with a queer woman.
handle this situation can apply to
How
other.
you handle her.
This situation can.
She don't look like the situation.
God damn!
Asante
said her girlfriend looked like the situation.
I'm trying to not. I'm literally
Fran, have you ever?
Fran,
Right.
you've had your episodes, Fran.
What we
we're
can
even
do
on
is be
sound.
objective, right? And we can give her advice.
Yeah.
So
let's do
this
that.
is what I
just
think we
fix
can
it since
do.
you wouldn't let me fix it. Go on.
Dustin pulled me out of that one, boy.
yeah, like, you know what? I think that she can just do what we often tell people to do around here and go second. What a better, like, this is the perfect opportunity to take advantage of the go second, point of view.
Oh,
The issue here is the varying levels of skill sets when it comes to having this type of intimacy, right? Mm-hmm. So, be the student. They can be the teacher. You can actually make that fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? And then you can be taught. And then on a petty note, you can really actually take notes and like learn the lesson and then go second. That's what I say to do.
I mean, my answer is similar. I think it can actually be, it can be kind of sexy if you're honest about the fact that you are anxious and not exactly sure what to do. I think you should tell her that and make it a thing where you're like, I want to please you. I want to make sure it's done right, but I want you to tell me how to do it. And you can trust. It's a power shift. Instead of viewing it like, oh my God, I'm going to mess up. View it like, listen, I'm your student. Put me on.
I was just gonna say, listen to a little Janet Jackson, because there's some things in those songs, some
That's
guidance.
taking me down.
Put it on.
To what Fran was saying, have them lead the way, and just go with the flow,
God.
and do it and do it and do it well.
You did not just do that.
I think this is
Go
something y'all
slow.
can talk about over dinner.
I love that you're answering with song titles.
You like that? Loyalty. Have fun using DNA. Oh, play Kendrick Lamar's album.
Yeah, damn.
Exactly. There you are.
Wow, that was the worst advice.
No, I mean, she said, I think I just need some positive reinforcement and maybe some tips and tricks. And I ain't got no tips and tricks. I don't.
No?
I bet you heard the
Not
other
when it
woman do.
Not when it comes to
I bet
queering
you
it
the
up with
other
the lady
woman do.
parts. Right. All the women who independent.
Y'all don't have tips and tricks?
I do. I
share?
do. Yep. I think that. Okay, so let me actually give her some more advice. I think that she can just
I was just reading the titles off my After Dark playlist. No.
after. Well, technically, this is after for her. Like it's a new chapter. So like okay, so but I think that you can be led by passion, right, and attraction.
Absolutely.
I think that if you focus on the things that you are attracted to on her and you show your appreciation of those things in a physical way, whatever you're inspired to do at that moment, I think that you'll be good at it because it'll be authentic and
Place
it'll be
it.
you expressing that. So maybe you can use that to help you do it the right way.
Love it.
Because
Place
some
it.
stuff tickles and then some stuff feel good and then some shit hurt. Like you just, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Like when it comes to like physical stuff, like you might think it's bomb and the other person be on the verge of busting out laughing because it's tickling, but they don't want to be awkward and be like, not right there. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
so,
lovers that aren't intuitive. Like, if you're not paying attention to how someone's reacting, I always found that weird with dudes when you are clearly not liking something and they're in their own world just doing it. You're looking at them like, are you even paying attention?
Right.
Like, are you here right now?
like Robin on Waiting to Exhale. Yeah.
Like, how do you not know that your partner is not feeling it? That's always blown my mind. And way too many dudes have proved that. So I think being intuitive, pay attention to the shivers and the reactions and the little bumps on the skin. Well, not those bumps.
No, definitely pay attention to the bumps on the skin.
I mean, goosebumps.
Look, that's on the bottom level of the pyramid. Pay attention to the bumps on the skin. That's it, right there.
See? You see how easy it is? But y'all want to give me a hard time? Look, in this situation, y'all want to give me a hard time?
Not a hard time.
Get it? You know, it's 2 queers and a hard time. It's not one. Drown in it.
What? Oh, you're still reading titles. I was like, wow, Asante. Drown in it.
Sid. Play some Sid.
You know what?
See?
Play some
Play some Sid. Play Body by Sid.
See? Oh, now y'all want to be on the boat now.
That album alone is the blueprint.
She got her.
Had me looking at a different category on the website. I had to know.
my God.
I was like, well, let me find out. Shit, hold on. Let me click this. Oh, okay. I said, you're, okay. I almost did a reaction video.
Reaction video.
Woo!
Please make that a new YouTube
Play
channel.
Sid. Play Body
Sid.
by Sid.
Play the whole album. The whole album is a sex album. The whole album.
I'm like, ow. I used to like this.
They really like this.
Exactly.
Look, Pedro was right. Andy was actually right at the. Never mind. Just go.
But we hope that helped you somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, just
Girl.
live your best life. The Friend Zone at loudspeakersnetwork.com. Just email us all your things and things. For the Black Business of the Week, I would like to feature a young lady whose website is flexinginmycomplexion.com.
I hear that.
I bought a t-shirt forever
like
ago.
Me right now.
Right now. Look, okay, Diary of a Black Woman. How you doing?
Shout out to Badger.
No, but
Lord.
I want to give it up to the Pollard family. Erica Pollard is mom to 22-year-old Taylor and 10-year-old Karis. I hope I'm saying that right. It might be Caris. Looks like it's spelled like that. Anyway, this article might be outdated. It's on the BuzzFeed News, and it is Flexing on My Complexion are the T-shirts that this young 10-year-old made to combat the bullying she was receiving in school. I just thought that it was important, as a dark-skinned young brother who had experienced bullying for my skin color when I was younger, to go on ahead and reinforce to the beautiful black babies that it's beautiful to be black. And I bought the T-shirt. I will be wearing it when I can fit into it because I sized down for summer goals.
Beautiful.
I mean, just
like
a young brown
features.
goddess. When I saw that, when it was like, she's being bullied, and I saw her, I was like, what the fuck? They just hate.
They just can't take it.
Okay, can't
They
take
really
the
finna
slay.
hate now. She blowing up, selling shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who's taking her pictures online because I've seen her get the styling and her hair. Oh, she's perfect.
She's
the cutest.
She's
little girl.
amazing. So the Flexing My Complexion tee is one of the just the basic T-shirts, but she also does some tank tops, some seasonal items, so different color schemes.
A line.
The shirts are only $15, so
Cute.
I think you should go out and get one so you can
order
flex
one
in your
this week.
complexion.
Yay.
Got the black and white, classic New York color. Black tea never failed me, you hear? And always bet on black. So shout out to you, Erica Pollard, and Eric Karis or Caris.
How is it spelled?
K-H-E-R-I-S.
Kills.
K-H-E-R-I-S.
Is it the font like Kills?
K-H-E-R-I-S.
That should be her logo. Like, make it the font like Kills. That's your next T-shirt, Karis.
He said kills.
I hope it is Karis. That's cute.
My name
But
But if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure the real way is cute
I ain't
too.
scared of this. I'm about to sell these T-shirts.
And flip this.
Yeah.
I guess that's it for this week's episode.
Damn,
Yes.
it's over already.
Do you guys have any church announcements before we get out of here?
No,
Not yet,
but I
right?
will. Yeah.
I see the smirk.
Ooh,
Coming soon.
no church announcements over here. Just told y'all when the dates are going to be. I'm going to be with Fury, so kidfurylive.com for tickets.
Yeah.
Come see me on the road.
I am on the Black Girl in Ohm podcast. Shout out to Lauren. Right, they're so dope. Shout out to Lauren and Dion for an amazing conversation. That is on blackgirlinohm.com and on all of their social media handles. And like I said, we'll be in Kingston. Please get your tickets. That's on supernaturalpopup.com. That will take you straight to the ticket site. And that's it from me. Everything else that's coming up that I'm super excited about, I'll let you know in a few weeks. Can't let you know yet.
Yay!
Thank you guys for listening. We love you. And
Stay
we'll catch you
black
next week.
and protect your magic.
Bye. Thanks again to Third Love for supporting this week's episode of The Friend Zone. So I wanted to tell you guys really quickly about their try before you buy option for the women who need to, make sure that bras are fitting well. What they do is they have a couple of questions you answer first, starting with what shape your breasts are. They ask you what your usual issues are with the fit of the bras you buy, which cup style is yours, the size of your favorite bra, and then they ask you when your birthday is. I don't know if that's because they're going to send you a free gift on your birthday.
Ooh,
But it's good that they're asking.
Okay.
But Third Love is awesome because I love how the questions are so customized to your shape, your body, your personal issues with the bras you're using now. And then by the end of the questionnaire, they tell you what the perfect bra for you looks like. And you can order it directly. They send it to your home. And if you like it when you try it on, you buy it. If you don't, you send it right back. And I think that's pretty cool. Try one of Third Love's 24/7 bras free for 30 days. If it's not your new favorite bra, return or exchange it for free. So go to thirdlove.com/friend now and try Third Love free for 30 days. That's thirdlove.com/friend.